Hi everyone, it's Jessie. Today I am here to talk about why chances are your cover letter sucks and what to do about it. All right, so can you drop a job description in ChatGPT and say, hey, draft me a cover letter? Yes, yes, you can, but it's usually a really crappy cover letter. But before I go into this, let me just tell you that most cover letters are not read. It's just a hoop that you have to jump through. So even if you generate a crappy cover letter from ChatGPT, chances are it's not going to be read anyway. But if you happen to be selected for an interview, that's when your cover letter is read. And you would really hate to have a crappy cover letter looked at and considered right before a job interview. It would really suck. So most ChatGPT cover letters are going to be like,
I'm really interested in this job and think I would make a good fit because of my experience, and this could be very exciting, and I know that I would have the opportunity to grow. And
especially because your company does XYZ, just looking at the company and what it does online and regurgitating what the company already knows about itself. That is not what you do with a cover letter. A cover letter should be very short. It should be one page. It should be no more than 3 paragraphs. And the first and the third paragraph are basically throwaway paragraphs. It's the middle paragraph that matters. But just let's hold on a second. Before you do anything, make sure that in the upper left-hand corner that you are putting the right person and the right name of the right company. I know we're all copying and pasting. Nobody is pretending like this isn't happening. We need to make our lives a lot more efficient, and I completely get that. But this is a rookie mistake where you've copied and pasted it and you've remembered to change everything except for the name of the person that it's going to. Or you say, or even if you change that part, let's say it's like, oh, dear, Mr. Smith, and then down at the bottom, you're like, oh, thank you, Mr. Brown, or, to Mr. Brown. That's don't do that. Just don't. Okay, so let's break down these paragraphs one by one. The first paragraph should be a simple intro paragraph. This is something that ChatGPT could absolutely help you with because it's a throwaway. It's a throwaway paragraph. It should be no longer than 2 sentences. And it should go something like this. I am interested in your position of, and then the title, for XYZ company, put the name of the company in there. And then I believe I would be a good fit because of, and then you name like 3 different skills that you have. That's it. Okay. Then the second paragraph is what I call the prove it paragraph. All right. So you just mentioned 3 skills. Prove it. Anybody can say that they believe that they have skills. It takes absolutely no talent or effort to do that whatsoever. So let's say if I think that I have 3 skills, what would they be? I'm creative, like hard worker or something, and persistence to get the job done. Something like that. It doesn't really matter. In your second prove it paragraph, you're going to want to weave the skill sets and your experience and why all of that matters. I am what did I say? Creative? Okay. I am creative. One way that I have demonstrated my creativity is when at my last job, I did, and then say the thing that you did that was creative and actually should be creative if you're saying you're creative. If you're a self-starter, you can say, at my job at blah blah, I was able to develop an entire program for whatever, even without formal training by the company. Something like that. That would show that you're a self-starter. And then the third thing, whatever I said, I can't even remember, but you get the drift. You have to blend. You have to blend the skills with the past experience, the skills with the past experience. It's not enough to say that you think that you have these certain skills or that you possess certain qualifications or certain characteristics. You have to prove it with your past work experience. And yes, you're the one talking about your past work experience. That's true. But that's what you need to bring in the second paragraph. The third paragraph is a throwaway paragraph. Again, ChatGPT can help you with it. If you can't draft it yourself, it will literally take you just as long to draft it yourself as it will to plug into ChatGPT. So who cares? And it's just like, thank you very much for your consideration. I look forward to talking to you about how I can best fit the position of blah, blah, blah at your company. And then sincerely, comma, give it a couple spaces, type out your name. That's it. Make sure that your header at the top of your cover letter matches the header at the top of your resume. Another tip for your cover letter, and this is really important. Your cover letter, the goal of it is not to regurgitate your resume. So you don't say,
oh, I worked at this place, and then I worked at this place, and then I worked at this place, and then
seriously kill me. Like it's terrible. an absolute waste of a cover letter. You want to use it, yes, to prove your skills, sure, but let's say you have some wonkiness with your resume. You have a large gap between jobs, or it's been a while since you've last worked, something like that. Then you can use that prove it paragraph to also explain away problems with your resume. And a lot of people have problems with their resume. It's okay. It's not bad to necessarily have problems with your resume if you can explain it away. So if you do have problems with your resume, and if you are given the opportunity to submit a cover letter, if it says cover letter optional, take the option, even knowing that chances are it's not going to be read. Again, if for some reason by your resume itself or something else, if it gives you the opportunity to interview, your cover letter will be read, and you want to be able to explain away those things. And it's also good for you to know in your own head how you would explain those things if you're asked during an interview about any sort of problematic areas of your resume. If you found this video to be helpful and full of useful, amazing, wonderful tips, then give it a like. Give me a thumbs up. Comment or question me below, and I'll see if I can get to it or perhaps make another video. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe, please. It does help this channel. We are trying to grow and help more people just like you. And ring the little bell or something so that you get notified. Whatever. I will see you in the next one. And until then,